For me, the highlight of the NFL preseason has been Hard Knocks, featuring Aaron Rodgers, and more Aaron Rodgers. The on-the-field highlight of the preseason came Saturday when Aaron did play for the first time in 5 preseasons, and on his 9th and final play, he did throw a 14-yard touchdown pass to the receiver he calls Special Garrett Wilson. Sweet little fall-away back shoulder fade. So, Keyshawn, you were once drafted #1 overall by these Jets. Will Aaron and the Jets live up to the Super Bowl hype?
Both of y'all. Oh, Skip. No, I don't think they live up to the Super Bowl hype. I think they're a better team with Aaron Rodgers. They win 10, maybe 11 games. But get to the Super Bowl, man. People act like you got Super Bowls, you got Super Bowl, I got. It's so not a bowl of M&Ms, man. Right. You can't just dig in there and somebody just giving you M&Ms. It's hard as hell, Skip, to get to a Super Bowl. And you know you've been covering this thing forever. Aaron Rodgers makes them better. But he's also in a division where you got the Miami Dolphins. You also got the Buffalo Bills. You also got the New England Patriots. And don't frown up and be like, well, they don't have Tom Brady.
Yep.
That's fine. But they got Bill Belichick. We don't know what they're going to be. We have no idea. You also are in a conference that's extremely loaded from front to back. I can go through the whole AFC West, but I don't need to, right? I can go through is it the Central? No, the North. I can go through the North. I'm old, no.
Pittsburgh look great.
Yeah, you got Pittsburgh at the bottom. At the bottom. You got Cleveland at the bottom. You got Baltimore sitting there with Cincinnati at the top.
And any one of them teams can pop this year.
Any one. So you can't just automatically assume we add Aaron Rodgers and they go into the Super Bowl with a young team that still needs to figure out how to win football games. Now, look, if he's on that team a year ago, instead of 7-10, maybe they're 10-7. Okay? Maybe it's a different. He's good for a couple wins for sure, 100%. But we got to wait to see. Aaron Rodgers couldn't take Green Bay to the Super Bowl the last couple years.
I'm gonna let you know something. Let's not get
Green
crazy.
Bay defense.
Let's not.
Green
Bay. This will be the best defense that Aaron Rodgers has ever played with.
I get that, sir.
Defense wins championships.
I understand.
He has defense.
I ain't saying that,
this Jets offense was putrid last year. They were 29th in scoring, 31st in the red zone, 25th in yards a game. That was terrible. Aaron Rodgers literally is better than their franchise history.
So in other words, he's taking them to win the Super Bowl.
What I'm telling you is, him and Nathaniel Hackett, Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel Hackett, for all the hate he's gotten in Denver, boy, them two together was eggs and bacon. They was peanut butter and jelly. Back-to-back MVP seasons. 2 to 3 years that Nathaniel Hackett was his offensive coordinator. He was an MVP of the league. 48 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Playmaker, his ratio is #1 in the history of the National Football League. He's been playing forever. So you saying, can this man make a difference? You saying
he's making a difference.
Of course he's gonna make a difference.
He's going to make the Super Bowl difference for them.
Okay, so let me say this real quick, and then y'all can go. It's y'all flow. You got him in the Super Bowl.
I got him in the Super Bowl.
Okay, you said him and Nathaniel Hackett, peanut butter and jelly in Green Bay. Did you see that division? He was over there messing around with Kirk Cousins, who was a quarterback in Chicago at that time, and who was a quarterback in Detroit. Stop it, man. The division alone in the AFC East is 10 times harder than those years in Green Bay. I ain't even talking about the conference. I'm just talking about the division.
Right.
The division.
But he did get to back-to-back championship games.
Michael,
so
you could do
back-to-back MVP stands. I played outside of the division and everything.
Michael, you could do math. Okay? Very well. You could do math very well. If you win a certain amount of games within your division,
you automatically got them 6 rings.
Stop! I don't need to go no more.
All you gotta do is 4 games.
Come on, Mike! Come on, man!
So did the division? Did he win those playoff games or did he not win those playoff games? Because he get to that NFC Championship just about every other year.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say, and you can back me up on this, Skip. It's almost like the Tom Brady syndrome in terms of the division. When Tom Brady was dominating the AFC East,
wasn't nothing over there.
Wasn't nothing over there. Nothing. Zilch. Zero. You played in the league, you know.
Right.
That was the same thing when he was in Green Bay. This division is harder, Sherm. It's a harder division. You can't just take this man and drop him in the Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. I don't care if you drop him in the 80s, the 90s, the AFC West, the AFC East, the NFC North. I think this quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, is transcendent, and he's going to show he has the weapons.
I'm an Aaron Rodgers guy. I'm not saying that. All I'm doing is slowing you down from going full speed that they going to the Super Bowl.
Well, the Super Bowl, right. That Super Bowl is a whole, because there's so much to overcome getting in the AFC. And as you get deeper and deeper into it, it comes to how tight is your team. The talent level is going to be so small. So it's going to be how tight is your team? How much do they want it? How hard are they working together? The Chiefs have been doing this for a while together. Yeah. You know, teams like that have been doing it together. Now we're asking Aaron Rodgers, who when in Green Bay, we said was a little bit aloof, like kind of loner, like different dude. They have done a wonderful job rebranding him and Hard Knocks. I mean, I was like, wow, this is great. I love it.
Thank you.
Too. I mean, God, we are seeing like all the great things in a marriage. You know, when you see all the great things in a marriage, you say, boy, they must really love each other. But you know there's some things going on behind the scenes that you just not seeing. Now, they've done a wonderful job. In order to win a Super Bowl, you gotta have a tight-knit group. You know that, Sean. Y'all lead to the boom. You know that. That's how y'all won Super Bowl. The test is not what Aaron Rodgers can do physically. It's what Aaron Rodgers can do personally. Because you got the talent. Now, can you change that thing that everybody think you are over here and come in here and be a Tom Brady-like guy that brings this whole locker room together to win a championship? That's where I'm a little, I just don't know if he can do that.
Agreed.
But physical gifts, he has them.
All right, let me give you my perspective. I've never been an Aaron Rodgers guy. I agree with where you're heading, and I'm going to go about 10 more miles down that road. Green Bay finally said enough of him, because he can turn into, when it starts going bad, a blame-deflecting, finger-pointing diva. And he is not a natural-born leader. You can say they love him now, and they're all saying, we got the GOAT.
And when it happens in New York, Skip, when it happens in New York, when they start turning in New York,
I can make a case he is the most overhyped quarterback in the history of this game. If you look hard at his postseason record, 13 years have passed since he went to his one and only Super Bowl, and how did he get there? As a road wildcard team that nobody saw coming. And they go to Philadelphia and they stole a game from Michael Vick. And they go to Atlanta and they rock and roll. And then they go to Chicago, and Jay Cutler, my man from Vanderbilt, gets hurt before the half ends, and he winds up in the second half on an exercise bike, and Aaron stinks it up in the second half and gets to beat the immortal Caleb Haney playing quarterback for the Bears. And they do go on, God bless them, and they beat Pittsburgh, and Aaron was great in the Super Bowl. Our man Greg Jennings caught the post route that broke it open.
Are you saying Aaron Rodgers won because Jay Cutler got hurt?
That's that's what I'm saying. Since that long ago Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers is 7-9 in the postseason. 7-9. That is pedestrian at best. He is now 1-4 in NFC Championship games because he's 0-4 since Jay Cutler. 0-4, and I look at the games he's won, the 7 games, and I can go right down them. There are breaks all through this because he got to play Joe Webb at quarterback, a receiver playing quarterback. He got to, remember, Dez caught it. Dez caught it at Green Bay. We're going to win that game. He got to beat Kirk Cousins. Remember what Odell takes his receivers to South Beach to get ready for a game up on the frozen tundra. He benefited from that. Then remember the game at Dallas against Dak and Zeke when they're rookies. Mason Crossbar, as I call him, he made 2 intergalactic field goals that didn't look like they had a prayer off his foot, and both of them go through from 55 and 51 yards. It took that. And then the Rams go up there, and Jared Goff's playing with a pin in his thumb, and Aaron Donald's got broken ribs. I mean, this is a horrible resume. Even the losses. You participated.
I got a couple of them.
The NFC Championship game at Seattle, he was horrible. The Green Bay media said that's the worst he's ever played in the playoffs, and you guys did a number on him. And then you go to San Francisco, and you did a bigger number on him there. It was 37-20, but he stunk, okay? So my point is, you look at his postseason resume, and it does not come close to living up.
No, Skip, stop. Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks that ever played this game. You just talked about him like he's a scrub.
You're right.
Okay.
Like he's a scrub.
But they're calling the Jets are calling him the GOAT.
He didn't talk
He
about
is one of the GOATs.
No, he didn't talk about him like he's a scrub. What he did was break down his postseason success or non-success.
Or lack
That's all he did, lack thereof.
Right.
That's all. That's all he did.
But he's got 4 MVPs.
Our success, the football is a team sport more than any. Now,
Yes.
Now we watched Barry Sanders for so many years, man. Great, dynamic. Never won a Super Bowl. Never did great in the postseason. But we still call him one of the best, if not the best, running back ever. Now you see what I'm saying? What we've seen with Aaron Rodgers, he hadn't won. He only won 1 Super Bowl. But some of the ways we've seen him make plays and some of the throws, you got.
Oh, yeah.
That's what makes him one of the greatest.
But that ain't what we're talking about, though,
You can't say he's
playmaker.
one of the overhyped quarterbacks. This dude has made some incredible plays on that football field.
Yeah, I don't think
incredible throws on that football field. And he's won games in the postseason, just come up short. He was 2 NFC Championship games back to back. Those could have been easily. So Aaron Rodgers had a terrific career. I'm just talking about his person and his leadership ability in New York. He has all the physical gifts.
Yeah, I don't think he's overhyped. That's Skip saying that he's
Just out of